billion people because we don't want to. Not that we can't. We could. It would be easy if man and woman could accept each other as a being of light, as a soul, and work from that level together. But at that level, you should know what God is, and you do. But if you don't know what God is, how are two beings or souls going to work together? What in common do they have? Well, we're all one. One what? One energy? We're all a little cell floating around in the universe? I mean, if you took the whole world, shrunk it down to a size of an atom, that's what we would actually be. Just an atom inside this multiple tri-billion universe. So, but when you get back into the core, like when they break the atom and they get the proton, neutron, and electron, and then they make a nuclear bomb from one little speck inside that, there's so much more. And by that theory, and I'm not a scientist, but by that theory is why everything they make keeps getting smaller. You ever notice that? I'm sure you did. Even the food we eat gets smaller and smaller, but anything, music, instruments, I mean, the way they program it, contain it, the unit that feeds it gets smaller and smaller. Even heating systems are smaller and smaller. So how do you make something better and make it smaller? Well, when the tubes were invented, they had, all TVs had a big box because they had millions of tubes inside it. And when Japan created the transistor, which is a small little round thing, and it replaced the tubes, they could do it with that and make the circuit board so much smaller. The technology came from somewhere. I'm not going to go into detail about that. But then they shrunk the transistor into a diode. It starts with a M, not a modem, a modular. But it's like a whole circuit board in a little dot. Now, to show you how important that is to man's ego, I hope you can deal with the way I talk. I'm sorry, I just am like this. I bring multiple things together because they all fit together. And if you know how to put them together, they all fit together. Well, if you go out at nighttime to look for UFOs or see UFOs, which I do a lot, my new book, it's just about done. I might sell it. I might give it away if somebody buys my other book as a manual, how to see a UFO. But if you go out there any given night, any given early morning, look at the sky, you can see things moving. The government says every little light going across the sky is a satellite. We got thousands of satellites up there. Thousands, millions. Here's the thing. Go online and type satellite and see how big they are. The biggest satellite is the size of a trailer. That's not very big. They don't mount satellites with multiple lights on it because that would use all their energy. It has solar cells, so they absorb some way to absorb the light, which is beyond our technology, but they absorb the energy to keep them going. It's not like they shine a light and they don't have light completely surrounding the whole ship. No plane does. No rocket does. So they're going to put this super beam of light around a satellite that's maybe, they are at the average size now is like a cabinet size. But the ones they're sending up, and this is a fact, you can check it out, are the size of a matchbox. So imagine how many they could fit in one rocket they're sending up. They could put thousands of them in there and just put them up every day instead of just one. So by that alone, they're changing everything. I'll just mention the magnetic electronical energy in the air is extremely super harmful to the human body. But we're already too late. Everything we use destroys the body. Now they're going to come out with every excuse for cancer. Your vegetables, your food, your meat, whatever. The clothes you have on, it affects your skin and it gives you cancer. Everything will be an excuse for cancer. Here's the way I look at it. Take your fingers, put them together, and make it like a ball. Now, say to yourself, what's inside that ball? Every single signal, vibration, every word that exists is inside your fingers. Everything. Every single thing. Because when a computer is wireless and you put it on, all that information's coming into your computer from where? Through the air. So that vibration, that energy is there. And you walk through it. It's around you. If you could pick up all those signals, you would be blown away. Your brain would just blow out. Because you got HBOs and all the different channels. You get all this government stuff. You get all this. You get all that. Your brain wouldn't be able to function at all. It would burn out right away. But it's picking that energy up now anyway. Just because you can't understand it or hear it doesn't mean it's not there. I mean, a dog hears 150 more sounds than we do. So are those sounds not there? Of course they're there. A dog whistle goes beyond our hearing range, but a dog hears it. So these frequencies, if you are sensitive, you can feel them. And you can't do nothing about it. You could protect your spiritual body, have that vibrate around you. I can say this, and I'm saying it from my experiences, my direct experiences, dealing with multiple poisons, toxins, and gases, you name it. I played with the word asbestos for a couple years straight. I mean, I put it in my hands, molded it into putty, and then I put it on the pipes. I did that for almost 2 or 3 years. I was a fire dancer half of my life. I put real gasoline in my mouth. Monthly. I swallowed mouthfuls here and there. Most people should have been dead. One of the greatest fire eaters in New York City decided to set a record, and he drank 3 cans of lighter fluid and died. But my brother is a chemist, and he told me you cannot put that fluid in your body because it doesn't go away. So I'm a walking time bomb, but I have been since I was 25 years old. I ingested more poisons at one time than probably 99% of the people on this planet. So I could eat, what's that poison plant, like it's candy, and it won't do a thing to me. So am I protected? I'm protected some ways. Do I get sick? Yes, once in a while. I had ulcers all my childhood before I started doing all this stuff, putting gasoline in my mouth and everything else. So I had ulcers, peptic duodenal ulcers. They were bleeding, and they wanted to cut them out. And then I challenged God, and they were healed. I don't want to get into that now, but maybe later. I'm trying to get a lot of stuff out there first. So when we play the game of life, do you want to play the game of life, or do you want to learn what life is about? Or if I play the game of life, no, you're going to go around in a circle, and nothing's going to be gained by playing the game. You can play all the games you want. Monopoly, chess, and card games and all that. Did it help you? Now, when the movie Matrix came out, everybody says, well, that's where we are. You want to believe you're stuck in it? You are, if you want to accept that. Now, what I say, which goes against almost all religions and most people's beliefs, we are in hell. Here's the reason why. And just use common sense. What happens to you in hell? You burn up and you stay there burning up. You stay there burning up. What's burning then? If it's not burning up, what's burning? Your soul. Soul can be neither created nor destroyed. At least that's what they tell you. So this invisible, non-solid object is going to burn forever. And it's supposed to be bad, sad, and hurtful. You don't have a body. You don't have the nervous system. So what would you be doing? Dante's Inferno goes into like the different levels of hell. I had a bad dream, and it became his reality. But when you deal with levels and hell and what's going to happen, what could be the worst thing that could happen? I won't ever see my family. Is that the worst thing that could happen to you? Because when you die, you're not going to see them. Most likely, you will not, unless you choose to reincarnate. If you're attached to your family, you're going to come back here. Soul is the most incredible thing in all the lower realms. Nothing comes close. I mean, the deities are beyond it, but nothing comes close to a soul. So as a soul being, in your soul body, Imagine what you could do. You don't have to eat. You don't have to go to the bathroom. You don't have to breathe. You don't have to do any of those things. So imagine that. You're free of the burden of the body. I mean, I think the body is the most disgusting thing on the planet. I mean, birds just poop in the air and they poop on people even, but we have disgusting things. We throw up and all those kind of things. It's gross. So, do you think your body's beautiful? Looks pretty if I keep it in shape. Keep it in shape. And the shape that you're programmed to believe is the right shape you're supposed to be in. When Twiggy came out, I liked her. I thought she was incredible. She was a skinny, skinny girl. And it became the image for modeling. And then suddenly, big busted women came out, and it became different. And style became different. Then songs like Big Butt and stuff like that. Then people had to get a bigger butt. And then they had to change what was pretty to whatever they feel. But all this is just the game, like going around chess or Monopoly or life. You're not getting anywhere. Change your body any way you want. Stick two horns in your head. Have a tail sewn on your body. Get super muscles implanted in your body as well. Are you any different? Your mind might say, hey, look, I look cool now. Does that make you different? Makes you look different to what mankind accepts as normal. I have a lot of piercings. I pierce my body so many times. I always do a ceremony when I pierce my body, but I did it a lot. And I had reasons. I don't want to go into the native ceremonies and things like that, but I always do things for a reason. And that's the best thing. If you're going to do something, at least give it a reason why you're doing it. Just because I like it. Well, if it's a matter of eating cookies, yeah, do it then. But because you have to and you're going to change the world by eating cookies, good luck. We create the scenario of life, what's important to the world, what's important to us. But we take on, if you accept the oneness, you take on what the world consciousness believes, which is a program. Just like the Galactic Confederation and the Ashtar Command. Please, people, if you're in part of them, challenge me. Go right ahead. Tell me when the next ship's coming down to take you away. They say it every couple of years. Oh, it's coming down. Oh, it happened in a different dimension. Well, I guess they didn't take you up in it then, did they? So, stories and beliefs. Oh, I can tell you, I'm not going to go into that because I don't like to get certain people mad. How it was created. Why it was created. Who created Ashtar Command? Where did he come from? Really? Why did people start following him? How did people tune into him? Well, religions are one thing, but so is energy. Now, I studied hypnosis when I was 12, started doing it when I was 14. I worked with a famous hypnotist, mentalist. His name was Kreskin. He was going around the United States doing the colleges and schools and everything. I was impressed by him when I was 12 years old, so I decided to go into hypnosis without any teacher. And I did become that, and I learned multiple things that no hypnotist, the average hypnotist, will never learn or accept, and the Society of Hypnosis will not tell it either, or they won't admit it. I don't know, my computer's going crazy, sorry. Can't do it now. Sorry, computer. So when we accept all these things, I was doing hypnosis, and I saw what Kreskin did, and I said, wow, I want to do that. I didn't want to do stupid things with people, but then again, when I was with my friends, I had all my friends hypnotized. Well, no, I made them do things they didn't want to do. I'm sorry about that. But my other friends said, well, make them do this and make them do that. But each one knew what I was doing to each other. So it wasn't like they didn't know what I was going to do with them when I told them. I had to do some really bad things. One of them, I just wanted him to believe what he was doing. And he goes, I don't do that. I would never do that. I made sure that they woke up while they were doing what I told them to do. So it was real. But I had no teacher. Nobody showing me right, wrong, or indifferent or telling me how to do it. I just did it. And